Hi, I'm Laura, welcome back to the channel and welcome to start another vlog. Today is Saturday the 9th of August. I'm looking a bit glam because I just filmed a Get Ready With Me for my other channel. I haven't filmed a Get Ready With Me in a while and I played with some new makeup. I got the Desert Haze palette from Beauty Bay if anyone's interested. It is stunning, gorgeous, so summery, loving it, and I think I'm going to be using a lot more this week. So you'll see some crazy-ish looks from me rather than just the usual browns. But I didn't go into the office yesterday. I was going to and then I decided at the last minute, and I tried to work at home and again it did not go very well. I mean, I did get stuff done, but then I got really exhausted and fell asleep in the middle of the afternoon and had the most crazy dreams. I've been having really crazy dreams. Like last night I had this dream that I was being like compressed against a store wall, like a Waterstones stone wall. What am I doing? Like in a bookshop called Waterstones, like there's a caged forklift that was pinning me against the wall and they wouldn't stop or let me out, and all of the assistants and people in the shop were like blaming me for it. And yeah, it's like, dreams are going crazy. But yeah, I did catch up on a lot of like chill video watching, some people that I still follow, watching some writing vlogs. I mostly watch writing vlogs these days. I watch less writing advice videos these days because I feel like it's just overwhelming, but watching people writing is different. It's kind of like a buddy system, like someone's body doubling you. I like it. So I didn't manage to get any vlogging done yesterday, and I figured I would take this moment to reflect back on this week, having the opportunity to pretend that writing is my daily job and what I would do differently. Like, I feel like I did really well. I feel like I made a lot of progress. I've gotten over the 5,000 word mark in my draft, which I'm super happy with. I've gotten a bunch of prep work done with other projects. I've started mapping out the epic major timeline for the Hellmouth series, which is vitally important to make that series come together and pull off well. But in terms of getting actual writing done and optimizing my writing, I feel like there are things I could have done differently. Like there was the novelty of the newness and stuff, being able to just go there and not have to go to work first. But I do feel like sometimes I need to move when I'm writing. Like I can write for like an hour in one spot or an hour and a half in one spot, and then I need to like move. I can't just sit for hours at the same place. I get bored and fatigued. So I kind of thought, well, the whole point of having the office was so that I didn't have to go to coffee shops, but at the same time it might be beneficial if I'm doing longer stints in the office, if I do go to a coffee shop for like an hour or something during the day, or if I go to a coffee shop for like an hour before I go to the office, or go to the library and work at one of their desks for an hour, or the other plan was maybe to get other pieces of furniture in the office so that I can move locations within the same space. Like maybe get like a foldy table and chair that can sit near one of the windows, or maybe get a coffee table and like an armchair or something. Or I actually saw in the charity shop near there that they had like a chaise longue, so I could like lay out, but then I might risk falling asleep in the office. But things like that. I am also looking into well, I'm analysing the thought that maybe something that is distracting there is that it's so sterile. It's like I've not moved in yet. There's nothing of me there, and it's so very bare and empty. But also, if it doesn't work out in a year, I need somewhere for this stuff to go, and I don't want to waste the money on it for it to not go. It's like a huge risk. It's a huge risk. And I know, scarcity mindset, it's just a fear. But what if, you know? What if? I do need to think practically about these things. If I spend all this money on furnishing the office and then come next June I am unable to renew the lease, I need to do something with the furnishing. The people that own the property might be okay with me leaving it there for the next tenant, depending on what it is, because the desk and the chair I have there already is from the previous tenant. But you know, it's something I'm gonna have to think really hard about. I don't want to take too long thinking about it because I really do need to get cracking with my work, which leads me on to the next point. I was in the sort of back office area of YouTube, the studio for content creators, and they have a new feature. I believe it's called Inspire, I think it's called. You go into like if you make videos, you have your content section, and the tabs along the top, there's a new one before your videos, and I believe it's called Inspire, and it's basically an AI function that you can type in the keywords that summarizes your content or the content you'd like to make, and it'll generate some ideas for you. It starts off with analyzing your already existing content and gives you some ideas off of that, but one of the ideas it gave me was no 0 days, and I'm gonna have to look into it because I know it's a concept that's been thought of by someone else, so I will try and find out who and link it in the info box. But I really like the idea of no 0 days, because my biggest trip up when it comes to writing is I put so much weight on word count and word goals, and I never attain them, and I feel shitty for it. I do. I feel bad. I would love to do like 2k, 5k, 10k days, but at the moment while I'm still working up to it, I'll be honest with you, I've maybe gotten between 600 to 800 words a day this week, which isn't too bad. Isn't too bad. I haven't had my 5 AM writing sessions because I haven't been able to get up early enough. I haven't had my bus journey writing sessions because I haven't been going to work. I've only had the writing session in the office, which is where also having the different locations within the office would help, because then I could move to a different location and get a new burst of energy, and yeah. But over a period of time of not meeting my word count goals or getting late in the day to the point where I'm definitely not going to reach my word count goals, so why start? That's when you get to the slippery slope of I didn't write today, I'm not going to write tomorrow, I'm not going to write again for another 2 weeks. I don't want that to happen, and I want to try and prevent that from happening. So the idea of no 0 days, just focusing on getting anything into the draft, delighted. I'm going to work with that. And now this one, I'm not promising, I'm not guaranteeing, but I like the idea of it. Louise left me a comment saying how she was enjoying my daily vlogs, and there was it was 3 days there that I put up a video every day, and the final video was of the same day I'd recorded it, and it was just so simple. I'd recorded it all on my phone, I got home, the kids had gone to bed, and I'd literally had it done within 20 minutes of them going to bed, and I was just like, oh, like I could really do this. Just small snippets throughout the day. Like, the videos don't have to be long, like if they're like between 10 and 20 minutes, so like 20 minutes I'd say max for like a single day, unless there was something spectacular that had happened. I think I could do that. And now that I've worked out the best way to save things from my computer onto the hard drive, because we'll sort that situation out at some point soon. Hopefully this side of the new year. I might make it a Christmas gift to myself to get a new editing laptop or something. We'll see. Maybe it'll be my reward for selling books or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But now that I have that streamlined, I could get myself into a position where if it's only going to take me like half an hour or 20 minutes, half an hour to edit a video, I could do that on a daily basis, like no 0 days, daily vlogs. And I've actually got a list of video topics that I wanted to do isolated videos on, so I figured I could integrate those into the vlogs, so it's more of a casual style rather than having to get the sit down and that kind of thing and be all staged, because these videos, they do feel staged because I have to do them, when I do them at home I have to wait for Mikey's nap time, I have to have the chain on our door so that people aren't constantly walking in and out, and I have to like ask the kids to be nice to each other, because if they're nice to each other and not bolting around screaming and crying, because you know, kids being kids, they yesterday, never mind yesterday, Wednesday, man, Wednesday. Safe to say, I'm kind of glad that the school holidays are over in a week. It's a week on Tuesday, they go back to school, and they can get all of their extra energies out, because you know, we can't always be going out as a family. We don't have a car, like I don't drive, so I don't have a car. Nick can't drive because he's got an eye issue, so he's not allowed to. And yeah, it's just getting, it's to get up and go, it's getting everything organised. It's a lot of stress, it's a lot of effort, it's exhausting in and of itself to organise. And then when you get out and it's time to come back, the stress and exhaustion around the fun part often outweigh the benefits of the fun part. So them going back to school and getting out all their energy and interacting with other people and bouncing their energy off of other people, it'll do them the world of good, and it'll give our nerves a break. So going forward, I think I did already talk about this in a previous video, but I'm just going to reiterate it. I actually got out my writing journal the other day and wrote out my plans for August, but it's actually more like my plans for autumn as a whole. I am working on finishing the draft for Just Breathe. I am at the like halfway mark now, so this coming week I'm hoping to get it finished. I'm also going to work on the full-scale outline for Inhale, and I'm going to use the kind of zero draft method of it, and just where I am in the outline, I'm going to add whatever body of text and dialogue I want to include in the official draft, just so that it's there. And when I do stuff like that, it makes the official draft easier to do. Same with the Hellmouth series. I'm going to work on the full-length sort of zero draft of those. Basically taking the notes that I have and putting them into like a draft. Like a zero draft is like a draft slash outline as far as I'm concerned. It's not like I'm never going to go from that piece of document to a published work straight away. There will be processes in there, but the zero draft is more just getting from start to finish, getting everything in there, everything that is already concrete in your mind, getting that out, and the bits that you're not sure about, just bracketing in what you need to happen, what you want to happen. And I also find that doing that, it just kind of gets the ball rolling and more information comes out, more inspiration flows and ideas, and it's a very fruitful activity for me to take part in. So we're going to do that for as many of the as many of the Hellmouth stories as I can over the autumn, because it's more to get the timeline right for those ones. If I have a more in-depth outline, I know when things are going to happen, and I can mark that on the timeline so that I can get them interwoven correctly, because I don't want you know, an incident that happens in Rosie's story where she gets knocked over outside a pub. She's gone shopping, she gets knocked over outside a pub, and she ends up busting her lip, and one of the big bads come over and helps her. But the reason there is a fist fight in the pub happens in another book. But I don't want to, you know, say that this happens in September in Rosie's book, but it happens in like July in the other book. I need it to match up, that kind of thing. And I need the characters that are present at that moment from other stories to also line their stories up. I've woven myself a pretty intricate web. I hate myself sometimes. I hate my brain. But that is a big part of my autumn project, is unpicking the Hellmouth story and getting it straightened out. I also want to start laying out the framework for the Channelers series, which is a series I've been working on since 2012, a very long time, and it's about an academy with what should we call it? It's elemental magic in an academy. They're with demons from another dimension. If I'd written it in 2012 as I planned to, instead of being like, oh well, like no one's gonna want to read this, oh I don't know if I can write this, oh I don't know if I hadn't been such a soapy person, soapy, whatever, if I hadn't been such a mopey little madam and gotten it done back in 2012, who knows what could have happened. It's kind of like Just Breathe. I originally started writing the parts of Inhale in 2014 because, and I actually have it here, this piece of paper came out of a notebook that I had in secondary school, and it is a snippet about a girl going back to school after the summer knowing that everyone's talking about her because she found out that her boyfriend was cheating on her and everybody knew about it except her. And it's a little snippet about like the turmoil that she's going through in her head. But yeah, so for anyone who thinks the characters in the Breathe series are actually based on anybody that I know in my adult life, they really aren't. They really aren't. This was started originally back in like 2004 or something, and I found this notebook in 2014, and I sat down at a coffee shop one day after work, and I'd gone past W.H. Smith and bought a pad and pens and just sat down and started writing it. And it was actually a whole tangent. 2014 was a point in my life when I decided enough was enough, that I was going to take hold of the reins of my life and make massive change. And I even broke up with Nick for a few days. I did. He went out to look after his parents' house over Christmas, and I broke up with him. I'd gotten drunk on gin, and I texted him and I was like, you know what, this isn't working. Don't bother coming home. And he came back into the city because his parents live where in the country, and he came back into the city to see me, and you know, we worked out and everything, and then we had another big fight like 6 months later because nothing had changed. And then I got pregnant with Luna in the August, and here we are. Everything got shelved after I had a baby. Nothing has been quite the same since we started having kids. and now I'm at the point where I can. So we're gonna run with it. We're not gonna dwell on what could have been, what might have been. We're gonna focus on what we can make happen now. I'm giving myself a pep talk here, but if it resonates with you, soak it in. So yeah, I want to set down the framework for Chandler's, and I also want to set down the framework for, I called it Under the Ivy, because there's a Kate Bush song called Under the Ivy, and it's kind of like a haunting song. I'll link it in the info box if I can find it, but it's it shouldn't take me long, tell me how to find it, tell me where, I'll tell you where I'll be. This little girl inside me is retreating to her favourite place. Go out into the garden, go under the ivy, go right to the rose, right to the white rose. And you know, there's like haunting vocals where she's like, for me. And it's like, I sit here in the thunder, the green on the grey, I feel it all around me. And it's too easy for me to give away a secret it's not safe. Honestly, I was obsessed. I was obsessed with, I'm gonna dread watching this footage back, but I'm gonna make myself keep it in. Bearing in mind, lyrics are not guaranteed to be accurate, it's just what I'm remembering from my brain. But when I was like 14 to 17, I was obsessed with 70s, 80s music, and there used to be this really bargain music store on Union Street called Fop, and you'd get albums for like £2. I would save up my lunch money and go in there on the weekend and just buy like 5 albums. I got like David Bowie, The Smiths, Kate Bush, obsessed with Kate Bush, love Kate Bush. I'm from Kate Bush. That's how I discovered a girl called Charlotte Martin. She was on this like E-News documentary, and she said how Kate Bush was one of her inspirations, and rabbit hole there. That's how I discovered her, and I love her music so much. Wow, this video is just taken lots of spirals, but yes. So the main takeaways here are, I'm embarking on a new project called No Zero Days, where I'm just trying to get words in the draft every single day. I will try and find some sort of credit to give in the info box, because like I say, I also would like to post daily vlogs and finally interweave content that I've been meaning to produce into the daily vlogs in a more casual style, and I have a whole host of projects I would like to work on throughout the autumn season. So if that sounds like fire to you, then subscribe, come along for the ride, share with your friends. As most of you already know, my goal is to be self-employed by the end of this year, hopefully by the end of 2025. I'm only looking to like replace my income. I'm not looking for like big figures. Just replacing my income would be grand. But to do that, I am going to have streams of income. So I would like to try and get this YouTube channel to a point where I can monetize it. It's fun to share things on here, but having that added bonus, I mean, why not? Why not? So if you want to share this with your friends and help me get closer to the threshold for monetization, I would greatly appreciate it. They have reduced the threshold. It used to be you had to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, but now it's down to 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. I currently have, I think, 63 subscribers, and I'm currently at like 250 watch hours. So I've got a ways to go, and posting these daily vlogs will hopefully boost me in the algorithm, hopefully bring a lot more new viewers to the channel, and yeah, hopefully it's also content that you guys enjoy watching, because it's stuff that I really do want to share. Just like I say, setting up to do it formally is not always something I can do. It's not always something that's at my disposal, and being able to do it in a casual vloggy style, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that for days. I can do that for days. Anyways, sitting here isn't gonna get stuff done. I need to get my planner and stuff set up for the week ahead and map out what I want to get done and when. And I need to tidy in here a little bit because it's gone a bit messy again. It's always getting messy in here, guys. Always. And I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know how long this video is, so thank you for staying to the end. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.